Alright guys, we're going to start the 30-day challenge. It is day one. So we're just up here, top of Montville. We're going down to Kenilworth to do the painting job, which is not included in the 30-day challenge. Because it's easy for me to book painting jobs. Like I can make a phone call and have $20,000-$30,000 worth of contracts tomorrow. The main reason I don't do that is because of my lower back. I have a nerve pinching on my L5. I've been for CT scans and all that type of stuff. I know if I paint for too long, my back gets really messed up. So that's why I've moved away from painting and we pushed into pressure washing over the last 5 years. So my back has been really good. That's why I tend to, if I'm painting, I normally drum up with my brother and I split 50-50 with him, and he makes a bit of money, I make a bit of money, and we can pump through it quite fast with two of us. So, and just walking back down the truck, it was a good little view to start off the challenge. So we'll drive down to Kenilworth and show you the flake floor. We're just doing a bathroom, so it's not pretty, but it's a flake floor, so we'll get in there and have a crack. Alright, so just doing a little ramp entry, breezeway, and then the toilets here. Doing all that, and then they're going to put a new sink back in. So got the paint, two-pack epoxy mixed up, and then our flake, which is nice light flake. So we've got a dark underbelly and then a really light flake, so it'll come up real nice. So we'll pour a bit into the roll tray and then we'll cut it all in and we'll roll it nice and heavy. And then, yeah, see how it goes. Alright, so got the epoxy down, flake over top, gave it a light roll with the dry roller to push it all down as the best we can. So looks really good. Let that dry, we'll come back tomorrow and we'll put the clear on it, but we'll show you that tomorrow as well. So just gonna block this off, everybody knows it's there. This is the clear that we're putting on it. Nitro coat, which is a single pack epoxy. So I can just pour that straight into the tin, roll straight on. But what we'll have to do is vacuum all the excess flake off before we do that. So that'll be tomorrow morning, vacuum all that out. And then what I like to do is I'll come in and retape that join where we put it. So we filled up that crack down there and we're going to retape that join a little bit, 5 mils ahead, and put clear down to seal that all the way down to the concrete. So we'll get that done. So I was just talking to one of my mates from Kenilworth, because we used to getting grey. We used to live out here, so we had 2 houses out here before we moved back to the Sunshine Coast, which is 25 minutes, 30 minutes away. They want some pressure washing done on some concrete, so we got them in on Wednesday, so we're going to go out and pressure wash them. $300 job, not much, but for coming out to here, he wants high powered machines. But you got to remember, that's one extra job, that networking. He seen me out here, I talked to him and he's like, oh, you want to come out and do that? And I said, yep, it'd be $300 for what he's doing. So there's 1% of my gold already that is an organic lead that I trafficked in. So without my Google ads and stuff coming in, that's one organic lead coming in. So let's get out there. We're going to do another pressure washing job now and get that one finished, which is a commercial space. Get that one finished, go home, and then come back here tomorrow. Alright, so we're on site on the commercial job we started last week. We did a fair bit of the concrete, so we did the concrete around there, We got a little bit left there where the cars were and in front of that building, in front of the building there. So we got to clean the walls there, along there. They've moved the bins out for us this weekend, so we got to clean there as well. We did all the concrete, so going to come through, put treatment down on the concrete now, so let it soak in. Treatment all the way up in there. Just going to clean unit 2 and 3, get rid of a bit of gunk off the color bond up the top there, and that would be our pressure washing job on day 1 of the challenge. This will put a fair bit of money in the pocket. We were playing around with this wall down the back here. You can see where I pressure washed it. Tank's just overflowing, which is good. So we sprayed down here with just the soft wash downstream. You can see we just finished on that there. So it's a bit darker that way, lighter this way, and lighter this way. So all we're trying to do is we sprayed all that light. We'll come in here and downstream all these walls again, mainly because that's the neighboring properties, but we're just trying to clean it up for these guys. So I'm not gonna, some of these videos are gonna be real short. I'll try and, I don't see the point of getting the tripod out for this job. I'll get some out on Monday and Tuesday's jobs, because it's just a bit of concrete and a bit of building. So it's going to be all downstream, super side sucker. By the way, we just got another order of super side suckers in from America. So if you want one, jump on the website, waterattack.com/shop. It's down in the link below on the description. We use a super sud sucker with the Smart Blend remote control unit, and that's what we've been using for the last 2 years, and we're on to our second unit, about $2,000. I can't remember what I got them on the website for, but it saved me so much time and labor downstreaming at 120 meters. I think the biggest we did was 160 meters. So it's very, very good for those big commercial jobs. But I've had less problems with my downstream super sud sucker than I did with the cheap injectors that I always used to use when they first started. So I feel the time that you save, and you throw on the $50, $100 ones in the bin all the time because they stop working, the super sud sucker just outperforms that massively. So large cost at the start, $330, but all I'm doing now is spending $30 on a repair kit, which is the ball spring and O-ring, and I just put a repair kit in every 8 to 9 months, because the O-ring does wear down, and that's the main thing that stops it. But the super sud suckers are still going, you know. It's been there for over a year now. So we're going to get into this one. I'll put a dollar figure on day 2 as like a start date. So we might do them on the mornings of day 2. Remember, if you want to find out the costings of these jobs, they're in the membership. So jump onto the membership as well. Support me with that one. If you don't want to do it, that's fine. Just watch the videos. No problems there whatsoever. But if you want to find out how much I'm pricing these jobs out and how much I'm winning them for, not so much how I'm quoting them, they're all on there. So catch you later. So I was just playing around with the back wall here because I always like to impress my customers and make sure everything's tied up and good. So we've just been spraying 3% chlorine on the back wall here. You can look down there and see how bad it was back down there. So we just sprayed 3% on the wall. We let it sit for 10 minutes now. You can see that one's all dry. It's gone all brown. what we've done is we've kept that little metal rack wet, and we've kept the air cons wet, and just let everything dwell as much as possible. This wall here, it's pretty much all gone. That light little brown just comes off with the water, so we can pretty much just put the Black Beauty up there and get her a good rinse. Got some pretty strong wind at the moment, but she's still doing what she needs to do. And then we can come up on this wall now. Just get all nice good fan. That'll just remove the bulk of that brown that's left over, and then the sun and the rain will take care of the rest. You can see they've got the wind fighting here against there. So all I'm doing is re-aggravating the chlorine, just keeping it wet, just letting it run down that wall. It'll do its job. Not too worried over there. That wall there was pretty fresh. Looks like a new build. New wall there. I can see the joint seal up both sides, so it looks like they've replaced that or done something there. We're just going to wet in there. We don't want to wash it. Just let it. And you can see on this wall here, I just rinsed this square here, and you can see down here. So that's just with a nice cone fan. Takes off the bulk of it. The rest of it I'm not too worried about. All I'm trying to do is make this corner look nice for them. I didn't charge them for it. And I'm just playing around too. Like using my gear. Like seeing what it can do. Good to take before and after photos so you can show customers. And just rinse off all the Colorbond. Always keep the Colorbond wet. And then yeah, we'll just leave that as it is. That over there, I'm just gonna wet it again. Let it do its thing. Not too worried how clean that comes up. It's come up a lot cleaner than it was. And over the next couple of months, it'll come up even cleaner again. Because a lot of that'll just disappear. And then down there. Give this wall a good rinse. Trying to hold it back here, but trying to get away from the wind. There we go. I'll catch you on the next one.